The blessing does a flow over. This a copia and a cover.
It is that time. It's time for Road to Success, the journey. I want to say good afternoon and welcome to Nesbeth. Nesbeth, welcome and thank you so much for allowing us to take this trek with you today, to journey with you on your road to success. Thank you.
Blessings of more life.
Yes, and I know we saw via social media, Nesbeth. So before we actually kick things off, I know you posted on social media yesterday that your manager, your road manager, was shot and injured, and you requested prayers. Is he recuperating? What is the latest with his situation?
He's still hanging on in there.
Mm-hmm.
And let me take the opportunity to say thanks to everybody that is sending up prayers. Because you don't know them things are necessary and we not take it for granted. You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
No, a quote from Greg Nesbeth is how we will begin, right? A glance your past, acknowledge your present, and focus on your future. So let's begin with a glance at your past. The inner city has produced many greats in reggae and dancehall. What was it like for Greg Nesbeth growing up in Kingston?
Let me say it was okay then. It was a struggle that I grew up thinking that it is something that you have to live. Because when you grow up, when you're growing up and everything that is around you headed in the same direction, then it becomes the norm. You know what I say? So it's now when we reach certain stage in our life, we realize say, yo, it's really and truly serious, you know. And the sad part about it is that people are living that way as we speak. But again, my life was just a typical inner city youth life. You know, you grow and thinking that to be tough, you have to be physically tough and you have to settle your difference right there and then. And if you don't do so, then people call you all sorts of names, shameful names. So you try to live up to the expectation of the community. So therefore, it's like, I think that is like a veil over the inner city, the youths of the inner city eyes. And it was also over my eye then. And at the mercy of the Most High met me there right now. So I know so enough youth have to reach certain stage before them understand it. And some youth not really have that level of understanding to understand it. But again, as I said, my upbringing was like just the typical inner city youth, you know. You have less to you know, you have less and everyone around you, you know, have the same story. So Maxfield Park Primary School, I attended, and when I leave Maxfield Park Primary School, I didn't pass my common entrance. It was common entrance then. It's now GSAT now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't pass my
Well, PEP, no.
PEP. Oh, see. So I didn't pass my common entrance, which is PEP, which is now PEP. But then difficulty, because my father, you know, farm worker, I have to bless him up and get stroke the other day and still have struggle through. So never Nesbeth. So what happened is that in the farm work, you know, back and forth in the state. And so, you know, most of my life is around my mom. So she was there with 4 of us. And after leaving Maxfield Park Primary School, I think it was sometime around about that time my mother got in some trouble and did find herself in a lockup. You know what I say? She get 18 months Fort Augustus. And I think it was around about the same time my father get locked up in America. So we have mother in a jail, prisoner Jamaica, most of some fight issue, and father, whatever it is, in America. So I had to live now with my father friend I think it was my aunt first. She passed on the other day, and we left. And my father, close friend in Glengarve, St. Catherine, took me and my brother, and we did about a year there and thing, and back to Kingston, go Trenchtown, because I grew up in Kingston 11, 12, and 13. So I leave when I left Glengarve, I returned to Kingston. Before going to Glengarve, because it was a Ilangoli road,
Mm-hmm.
I, I attended Kingston Senior Secondary. That's across near Racecourse, them side there. I don't know if the name has changed, no, but that school, and then I leave and go Glengarve Secondary,
Mm-hmm.
popularly known site. And then when we leave there, so must say 1 year, my mother did, Japa Road and things. So back in a jungle, Trenchtown,
Mm-hmm.
and Zimbabwe to be exact. And this, we start Charlie Smith Comprehensive High School, and then, of course, Ilangoli Road, same way, Antumo thing, and I didn't graduate, because I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the most quiet student. For some reason, always I try to distract the class. You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, it's like a kind of a part of my life that because me never really like my surrounding of such because I think me
Mm-hmm.
deserve more. I think my
Mm-hmm.
family deserve more. I think ghetto people and a whole deserve more. So it just make me just lose it and just stay all over the place. Not saying that I lost it to get myself in deep trouble, but I may never really have that focus as it relates to life and wanting anything good out of life. I just know such a way I live, and when that time they come, it come. As
Mm-hmm.
and thing as in the inner city, based on where you say I go around you, it's like to be 18, 19, or 20 is like an honor, you know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
So we just live and live careless and whatever happen. But I'm glad say me could have able to go around some ones and ones where always have some words of encouragement, and me never really overlook words of encouragement. I can't pinpoint an individual because I don't really have to know you to
Mm-hmm.
hear you say something when makes sense to me gravitate to. You know what I say? I mean, I must say nothing to you. You can probably talk to somebody, but if you say something when makes sense, I probably go home and go meditate on it. But again, such was the life, and in and out of school. After leaving school now, because you don't know music starting at school and we have top decks and all these things. A common thing. And so on. After leaving school, we start work, get a little side work and get a little this work and a little that work, supermarket work, and I try to make two ends meet. Because again, as I say, when a band come see nothing like that. And me
Mm-hmm.
think my
Mm-hmm.
woman who that because the thing say for her to stand up beside us through thick and thin, at least we can see what we can do for Gyra.
But
Some
Nesbeth, you have said so much, like a lot. You had to deal with a lot as a child, from both parents being incarcerated, moving to live with your father's friend, not passing your common entrance at the time, not being able to graduate from school, understanding as a kid that your surrounding is not conducive or is the greatest as it relates to striving and coming out of a situation. How did you find that during this period, like, you had to rely heavily on your other siblings, and what was your mindset? Because clearly there was something going on with you even as a child, even as a young teen, where you could differentiate and understand that this is not what you want for your life. Take us back to that mindset, and how did you and your siblings stay together through such a difficult and challenging time?
well, them difficult and challenging time, like, of course, four of us, and me and my brother was me and my brother they stick together most of the time, and My sister them would have my other family member. But for some reason we kind of keep the connection. But it wasn't that much of a connection where one could help the other. It wasn't that kind of a connection. It was that we were all over the place, but yet still we could be able to say hi or hello and look for one another at some point in time. But again, it is rooted in me. The part that I am on now was nothing that was like something I'm gonna find overnight. It's just me as a person. Like if me get up and me do something bad, me just feel it. And then me think something bad, me feel it to the point where it make me feel uncomfortable. But again, as a child, you know, where I grew up, it's like you keep asking yourself, why you? Because that is one of the most common questions that has been asked among kids from the inner city. Because of course you're exposed to other outside of the community, you're exposed to people who have it so much that it's like, oh, it's like them have too much where them can't even, you know what I say? Them have so much in them corner, you really just find your corner empty and you say, but what? So that was the question I like for some reason the phone people ring. But
I'm
again,
hearing
you
you.
hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, Nesbeth. Right. So if you're just joining us, it is Road to Success, the journey. And today we're journeying. Yes, Nesbeth, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I want to tell her this from morning my
Yeah,
phone now.
man, we're hearing you. We're hearing you, Nesbeth. You're live and loud and clear. I'm hearing you. So you were in the process of I'm hearing you. You were in the process of telling us that, you know, you asked a lot of questions. You were asking yourself a lot of questions and wondering how some people corner full up a lot of things and then your
Yeah.
corner was empty. Yes.
Yes, so again, as I say, I ask myself a whole heap of them question there. And sometimes, you know, when you live and you see so much people are die to like friends, and you know, you keep asking yourself if you are go dead next, and you know what I say, and it's like you know why you realize and everybody can have a song when I say, our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yesterday and today, forever the same. You know, I'm normally not the type to complain, but right now this living really getting to my brain. Oh, Father, you know, see the system set away. There is no escape. There is no getaway. Now asking miracle, all I need is a better way. Cause me know I fear of nobody today. I know some me want live, I know some me want live. You know what I say? So, you know, when you grew up and you see all ones and ones drop along the wayside, meaning friends, and you see some, you know, some, and remember, you know, you have, in no era, you have ever have more leaders than followers. Of course, you know, most people, most kids quick to follow. And you know, you're not quick to follow the righteous thing, you know, because the negative things, it seems so exciting. You know what I say? So again, my retrace the step. You know, growing up, it was challenging, but again, I can't even explain. I can't find words to explain to you, you know, like the side of me that you're seeing right now, and I just know say it's a part of me, and I just the part of me take and the part of me feel comfortable about. Sometimes I sit down and question myself, say really and truly, if me never I walk the part of me there, if me would have gone already, or what if and what if, and a whole lot of questions. But I then realize time, certain answers come with time. Time of the master. So you will ask a question now, feel to yourself, oh, you're not find the answer, and then years along the journey, yes, you get more than the answer where you look for. So the most I could have told you said then time that for some reason I stay grounded, because for me, I wanted to do something for my mother, the legal way. So I decided that I'll get in these work to put food on the table. I remember the day I bought my mom I think it was my first paycheck. I bought a suit for my mom, and I couldn't wait to go home
Mm-hmm.
because, of course, on the beginning, and it kind of give me a feeling like more worthwhile. You know what I say? Because
Mm-hmm.
now I can use my first paycheck, buy my mother a suit, and she look on it, and just look in her face, make me know say, yeah, that look them want to see on mama face. You know what I say?
Wow. Talk to us about some of the jobs that you had before becoming an artist.
Site work, anyway, look work, them do community
Mm-hmm.
work,
Mm-hmm.
community work, when road work, I out and all these things. Me all I work for bad man. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
say? Man give me work, man set down near man send me to go work and I take half of my money. And me take all 3/4 time money and man I look for me to get rid of me and all these things. You know what I say? And of course you do a little road work where the people them in the inner city look forward to because they make the people them feel like them life depend on them little inner city work, you see? And even security guard work. You get me? I
Mm-hmm.
say, me have to get it right. But none of them work, them just stay there for your time and me I write my song them and me stay there for your time and me just know say, sure you hear me. And music is my calling, so I gotta suffer in the first stage until it reaches part it for going. You know what I say?
Take us
All
to
janitorial work me do. All
yeah.
janitorial work with my auntie call me, yo, me have some work. Oh, me go sweep out one church over where were the name? Boulevard, one open Bible church and one little basic school. You want to see me? Remember, say my mother not dead, and father not dead them time there, and auntie have
Mm-hmm.
money, and I look it to take care of your youth them and things. So me I say, and of course food I reach me, I will have some of to sleep. But again, if you try look it to make up lunch money and things, so you think me can say, yo, me not go do that work there. Yo, do some January time. Look back on it, me know it's a bonafide the journey continue, you know what I say?
Now, take us to that transitional period now, Nesbeth, because from doing these jobs and having the ambition, because like you mentioned before, the look on your mom's face when you bought her first suit, you knew within yourself that it felt good to go for your own and earn it and be independent in that kind of way. How describe your first musical encounter and you making that transition now? Because, like you said, while doing those jobs, you were always writing your music. How did that dream in your heart to become an artist? How was that born?
Well, and again, that's why my name, I call, my surname is Nesbeth, and I
Mm-hmm.
kept that name because I think I owe everybody who encouraged me a whole lot. You know what I say? Because from school days, they make me feel like, yo, me are the biggest DJ in the world. And me start feel that way there too. That's why I know
Mm-hmm.
say influence no start and stop here. So you want to see me in high school, can even ride a rhythm good, but yet still my friend they make me feel like me up on top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Another feeling that me use to push forward. But again, one of the main reasons why I kept music with me because at that time I realized it was so much of a great feeling and I live for that feeling. So there are times
Mm.
when my moments are dark and just to vibe music, me just feel like yo, me just numb to everything around me and me just there in a paradise. So it doesn't matter even when me at work, I always keep it with me because me think if me not have music, me not live. And it give
Mm.
me a warm feeling. So back in the so I remember did a concert at Charlie Smith Comprehensive High School and teacher hear me and I say, yo, we have a barbecue, you want to perform on the barbecue. And I perform on the barbecue and to me it was everything. Because I
Mm-hmm.
like from the day them tell me say me I go perform at the barbecue, me I look in a mirror, me I roll up paper in front of the mirror, me I
mm.
yeah, I say, yo, I see myself on the stage before. Me and looking at the eyes of the people and see who not gonna feel comfortable and who comfortable. Me do that much them, man. So with a kind of that help make the transition. So right there in the school, I knew I had it, but I know I need all it more, because how I know I need all it more is that me always I try compare myself with the top players them, the man them where everybody know, you know what I say? So me as a no-name artist, me not compare myself with two little man on a corner where me and him not have no name. Me I say, all right, that man I sing that way, yeah. I'm going to compare the song, the man I say Nesbeth, but you say, I want to hold it more work. So me personally tell myself that. So when me go up on some stage and the people them boo me, I try to figure out my thing, because them have one thing that go stop me from my journey. While when me get boo for that song there, either me change it up or me just drop it from the whole lineup. You know what I say? So
who were
yeah,
some of these
to my journey,
who were some of these entertainers that you look up to and compare yourself to and understand that is the level that you need to get? Who were some of these entertainers that helped to set the bar?
Artists them when I go on in a 20 in a 19 um in a 90
The
nine
90s.
around about 92 from 92 onward. You know me I say? Me just a look on the ones them where I hold the top spot. And I say me always I try compare myself with them. But it was always the top runners. So you can just flash back for all of who you know that go on them time.
So
Because
as
me
you
and I
mentioned,
have done on the program.
as you mentioned, 92. In 93, you did your first recording, Reflection of Love. Talk to us about this experience, and would you consider this to be your first introduction towards the music industry?
Most definitely. Because it was while I was working at some business place, I never remember. A little man pass, I think his name is Mr. Atkins, and him say, I hear a song that I say, yeah man. And him say, you know, so me have a friend in a music, and that Mr. Ronald Garden in a Patrick City. You know me I say, so when him link me to Mr. Ronald Garden now, Mr. Ronald Garden did love it, but he never understand it like myself. But me have the drive. So, the collaboration, there was something else. And when I go there, it's like, when him ready for me come at the studio, him send a taxi for me. All them taxi drive there for God's studio. Me, where used to just take bus and can't ever find bus there. You know how much time you have to DJ on bus. And if the doctor like the song, you don't know a free ride that. And if the doctor not like the song, him say, yo, me no want a nice on the bus. I have to come off so and him a diss you the wickedest way. So now me jump in a taxi, I go to studio, have some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style. This it does make me start feel like yeah, I
Level
am
up.
looking there. I knew that I wasn't there as yet, but don't think they give me hope. So I'm gonna go on Mr. Ronald God now. I saw now record the first song, Reflection of Love, Anchor Recording Studio. And believe you me believe in myself so much that I have some flyers with my name on it and Reflection of Love. I'm going to the 14 parishes of Jamaica. 14 parishes. I take bus and paste them up all boat. I say I just take bus, I go left, right, and center. I have all 3 days in a row. I just take bus go all over the country. And I feel accomplished when I reach home and know, say, all right, I'm reaching hours a night. Sometimes in time, I go in and shut up blaze, When I say shut up
Wow.
blaze, I stand up at the door and my sister, I wonder if me go reach in. Because them always I say, yo, you can't go out and come in so late.
If you're just joining us, it's all about Road to Success, the journey. And today we journey with reggae singer Nesbeth.
Devil is a liar. Tell them the devil is a liar.
Now, Nesbeth, before we went to the break for Cashpot, you were talking to us about your first recording, Reflection of Love, that was done in 1993. And you basically still didn't know or understand some aspects of the business. So despite having your first recording, you still needed a door to enter into the music industry. In 2002, your breakout single, So Let It Be, was released through Shocking Vibes label. what led you to Shocking Vibes, and talk to us about that period.
All right, Shocking Vibes, they are Slipe Road. You know, Slipe Road, right? Below Crossroad, there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Penthouse Studio was there as well. So you know they're close to Jungle and we circle all our studios. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we walk from Jungle and come up a Shocking Vibe. Sometimes we go a jamming, sometimes we go Scarpy and so on and so forth. So yeah, it was that man. And I think the first time I go in a Shocking Vibe studio was this Empress come from foreign. I think a Beanie Man them should come to come link and she'd a drive she'd a try drive go in at the studio and she
Mm-hmm.
couldn't manage to carry the car. But of course I know some can drive because we try to look at I make sure everything up and running, you know me I say so I ask her if she want me park the car for her and she said, yeah. You know me I say she don't know me and I first me see her, but that's true there, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I said no me help her, me park the car in and from I go inside, you know, security, you know, would all feel like say me and her a one link, you know. You know me I say
Mm-hmm.
gate man,
Mm-hmm.
I know gate man love them little look at thing and thing, you know me I say so. You know, me and I did a reason, and I think that was the first time for me to go behind the gate, cause all them time they have stand up out the gate and watch people go in and out, and watch the stars them in and out, and the business people them are in and out, and the fans them are in and out, and but that's a video they are daydream, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope for one day to come rather there in a Shocking Vibes studio. So I think that was the first time, but after that when they kind of have a relationship with them because being inside there now, heal up the artist them and Little Kirk was there and him cool, you know. When they there and whole of Rems and whole of Reason and we just dead there until most of the time now when time I go up there. Tell them say, yo, when I come my gate and tell them say, yo, are you and them all let me and them say, yeah man, and I saw me used to go in a Shocking Vibes till all me and him make two drive and call me up on a one show now and then and
Mm-hmm.
of course, you know, say I try like error days, but you know, my aspiration was so great that I just a walk until me reach. You know what I say? I know say me gonna reach, I don't know when, I don't know which way, but I know me gonna reach.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to build a relationship with Shocking Vibes over the years and I saw it really reached to the point of me recording a song for them. It wasn't an easy road to record that song. It was a whole lot of ups and downs round and about. But again, I just have to
Mm-hmm.
touch and go relates to my life because sometimes not even me myself can sit down and meds
Mm-hmm.
for everything when I go through. Cause too much. I have to drop asleep and wake up and drop asleep and wake. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. So what do you mean when you said that it wasn't an easy road to record the song?
I all right. Escobar, one of my brethren will drop shot on the journey. Big up Escobar, you know, youth pass and gone, but memory still live on. Havana, youth, and the whole jungle know Escobar. You know what I say? Escobar have a family member England where them send fame and he made more privilege than I and I can have certain family all over my place. You know what I say? And
Mm-hmm.
like when him forward in me there on Shocking Vibes and every time I go to the studio and them thing there and it's like when Shocking Vibes get the rhythm now, Golden Bathtub with Beanie Man, it was
Mm-hmm.
like Beanie Man was supposed to put out an album and the album probably them they declined the album because the melody of the song is somebody melody so they made one clearance, you know what I say? And so
Mm-hmm.
is that them decide for just take it off of the album and put it out. I don't even remember which album it was. And then decide to put it out. Now them put it on the radio and it's like it a get a wicked feedback, you know. Everybody I love it and me now I tell them say, yo, I want to go on the rhythm, you know. And them I
Mm-hmm.
carry me around corners and curves, you know, I tell me say rhythm's done. Them not record on the rhythm no more and Every time you see all two big artists pass, you see them a drive out, you know, them car a play the rhythm and play a song with them just record. So me I say, but them brother you look like IRIE that them take all get a youth finance. And I say, oh yeah, to say, yeah, tell you to the road and say the thing done. And all of a sudden, 10, 11, 12, 13 more songs up. So me vex. And me I say, no, man, this John no star, this set away. So it was what happened now, Escobar come from England. And him say, yo, Nesbeth, I wish with him a go on. Cause him have that top vibration there. You know what I say? And him say, yo, I wish with him a go on. Yo, I need a rhythm, you know. And me I say, shocking vibes out the rhythm here, but me I pre them cause them now put up on the rhythm. A man there want make it, a man of all them youth, them want feed and a be a joke thing. And him say, oh, them can't give me a talk. Them can't give me a talk. Yo, find the rhythm. And so now I get the rhythm and give him some of the shocking vibes studio in the pre-production room. And him there and him a DJ upon the rhythm, you know. Me done black my mind from it, you know. But him a foreigner, I'm fresh now, because they go spend about 6 months. And me I say, all right, since you want the rhythm, go and go vibe it. So I got him there and a vibe it, but him a DJ some rough thing upon the rhythm. And it there, I'm there and it hurt me ears, because me I say, yo, you know, say, I not saw him to ride the rhythm. So I correct him, you know, honest to God, you know. Me I say, yo, Esther, you know, say I not say if you ride the rhythm, if you ride the rhythm like this, I love her, she loves me. So right there and then, you know, me I correct him, you know. And the most I talk to me, you know, and me I correct him. And I later down me realize the correction when me I give him is a song. Cause me just a try give him a flow. You see what I say? And me realize it was a song, so me just finished up and decide say, hey, even if Shocking Vibe now and this never vice this out the road, cause bad song a bad song. So one time Arthur Wheel drive coming in the studio there and him have him Benz Jeep and Arthur Wheel friend them too, you know what I say, and him there and call up some artists and them a vibe on the rhythm. You don't know me, they are the people in place and I pray them in the car. They don't have back in them, you know, chatting with nobody in the car. I like when you see it and you don't know. So Arthur Wheel I say, but Nesbeth, where you down there, so come up here, so man. Come chat a tune pan the rhythm, cause everybody know Arthur Wheel and music, man. You see me I say? So I say, come chat and me I say, yo, I'm good, man, I'm good. And then him keep a call me. So me I say to myself, say, you know, so me and the brother you not really have nothing, so me not even a pre him pan the level. If him call me, I must a good vibe, you know what I say? Besides, so me I go up there with part in vehicle there and the rhythm a bounce and artists they out there sing and me decide so me I go up there. When me go up there now, me say, yeah, me chat something on the rhythm, man. And I saw now me start sing, I love her, she loves me. Everybody lock up. Nobody remember them song. Everybody has said, yo, let's better find it at the biggest song this my world. So after we start call Shocking Vibe member them and I say, no, this is a song you have to go on it. By then about 30 songs up on the rhythm, you know, everybody and them mother up on the rhythm. You know. So and them I say, no, that song you have to go on the rhythm, man, and call them and them I tell them say rhythm full up and all when the song for record studio key last and you know, all when the song record them I put out the song without harmony and me have to take on the road cause of me that I always I do for make 2 ends meet and make a change in my pocket them time the 10 grand enough cause I not have it. And I get a link from Pamal and give Pamal money to do the harmony and Pamal do the harmony. And of course, you know, me jump up to a little change after me in the street at us and get a little video money and drive out the 14 parishes again. Cause at first me used to, me dey go pace up, post all over when me just start out. Now, video cassette, I drive go all different cable station. 14 parishes, stop a roadside, sleep in a car, reach a cable station, hours beats, drop asleep in a car, have 2 suits of clothes, every change, do look up spray and sure. So the journey, I know one
Wow. No, one thing about that is one hell of a story though, Nesbeth. But when we think about Nesbeth, you know, from Gunrise, Board House, among
Gonzo.
others. Guns Out, yes.
Yeah.
Board House, among others. These are songs that basically narrates your journey, which also resonates with people. Did you always have a clear direction regarding your musical path?
Nah, man dey all over the place, man, a music, myself, man, and I decide to want to sing, and me think, say, right now, a tunnel vision, because them work thing and I work out for me. So me decide, say, a music me want, so I say tunnel vision. So, me never really, it was when I met Flavor McGregor. He's not a normal man, Flavor is not a normal man. But me as a man give praises and thanks to just about everybody who has contributed along the way. You see me I say? But he's not a normal man. But I remember when I recorded Board House and Flavor said, Nesbeth, you have to pick a side, you have to make up your mind where you really want doing a music. If you want be all over the place, or you just keep it on the positive part. Now the positive side was always me, But being a musical inclined person, I just think being musical, me fi just be all over the place. Cause I used to watch all Beanie Man them and see how Beanie Man have a little of this and a little of that. And watch most of the artists them were a trend at the time. You see what I say? So that was my outlook on what music is. But when I met Flavor and him give me that ultimatum, the fact that he was managing me at that time, I decided that, you know what, other side I'm like, cause me have had some gimmicks tune and them something there. Cause me have one car where every turn the car broke down. So me just build song about it, laugh off of my own situation. So when nobody a laugh, them just know say them a second hand. Them not laugh first. Me don't laugh already. You see me I say. So me build song on the part. They say so me think so because I go on some show and people laugh and them thing there. Me tell him say come me make a record and me all sing them song that him record him. I say no man, me no want that. So me now check say I fight him, I fight me because me have already go out there and test them song there and people respond, positively and me think that was almost halfway to the journey. You know what I say? And he said, no man, positive music. So it was right there and then me start focus fully on such part. And to me, me love it because it make me sleep comfortable and it contribute to my contribution in a life. Because I was just saying that I wanted. My aim, my plan, my goal was always to change, to contribute to music. Because I've seen it save many of us life. You know how much we can read and write, Kshema? When music does, why you think enough man royalty gone over one part, one place, and then dead and can't even bury themselves? People can't find money to bury them. Because music, really and truly not up. Music no ask you no question. Music now come knock your door and ask you if you can read or if you can't read. When music take control of you, you just become a different human being. So sometimes that's why it comes with a team. Because you're going to know how people we can do certain things and then we show you along the way. So again, as I say, it was there when I becomes like real level-headed. And again, it was a part that I was always in tune with. So it was nothing hard. So from then, I just straight ahead, man.
But
Because I do the.
And like these two songs that we're talking about now, produced by Flavor McGregor, Board House and Guns Out. These are real life situations that happen to you that you actually put a positive spin on it. Your house went up in flames while in Arnett Gardens you experienced a situation. I've heard you say before that 99% of your achievements come about due to unfortunate situations. Let's talk about your resilience and also your ability to turn these negative experiences and put a positive spin on it through your music. What is your source of motivation?
My source of motivation is just to be optimistic. I'm an optimistic person. It's like anything I see something. It's just like the glass half empty or half full. To me, it half full. And next man, I look on it as half empty. You know what I
Mm.
say? So anytime I find myself in any situation, I just tell myself, say, it could have worse. Kshema, I have gone through so much that me really I feel pain no more. I pain I feel me.
Mm.
I have gone through that. I have gone through them stages there. You know, me have sleepless night. Me have night when my eye them, me cry so till my eye them swell. Me have night when me I roll even when me turn from my bed. If my sheet touch my eye, it does. It is so painful that words can't even explain. So
Mm-hmm.
as we speak now, and I continue to climb the mountains of life, and I do realize that, life is what it is, and it's always a challenge, and life is an endless fight. You fight for whatever you have, and you have to end up fight to keep it as well. So you have to be a true
Mm-hmm.
warrior to survive in another life. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
say?
And just listening to you speaking and talking about being so numb to pain, because 2016 was a really challenging year for you, and it was also the highest point in your career. Um, can I play something?
Good evening. Good afternoon. All right, let me say something here. I am inspired by the iconic Martin Luther King and the legendary Bob Marley. In the scheme of things, to be a prime minister in any country is the standard. I want each and every one of us right here today to know this. We all can achieve our goal. But just remember, it has to start from a dream. Drop the track. Let me start it that way, yeah.
No, Nesbeth, 2016, like I was saying, it was one of the highest points in your music career, and it also happens to be one of your darkest moments in your personal life. It is the year that you lost your wife and also your sister. And it is the year that you performed at the Prime Minister's inauguration. Tell us about this moment.
Well, what more can I say but two words, bittersweet.
Mm.
Yeah, it was bittersweet because when I look back on the Nesbeth, and where I'm coming from, struggling to to make it and reach to the point where the Prime Minister feel as if the inauguration can't go on unless not just Nesbeth song played, but Nesbeth have to be there in person. So anywhere at all me day in the world, they would have sent a private jet just to find me for me to be a part of an inauguration. Now that inauguration, just remember that the greatest stage in any country is the inauguration stage. So again, from Kingston, Jamaica, the inner city youth reached to that point, it was so great, but it was beyond my expectation. Because while I was there, diplomats from all over the world, you know what I say? I come take pictures, want autograph. And again, that was the same day my wife body flew in the country, 3 hours before. So all of them things that are on my head when I remember taking the flight, from New Jersey, New York, heading back to Jamaica with only my wife belongings. So all of them things they resonate with I and I from them time there. And we da look towards the funeral. So it wasn't an easy task. So that moment was a moment that I have to go deep beyond words to explain. But it was just a bittersweet. Let's just say it's a bittersweet. That's all I can say. Me, honestly think I had to do it because, again, if I am inspired by the greats, I must be an inspiration. Because I don't really want the inspiration to start and stop right there. I have to pass it on because life goes on. So look on all of the inner city youth them where every time you hear nothing bad about Jungle, Rima, Tivoli, Garden, Southside, back to T. Listen to me. Mountain View, when you hear about them place, the Greenwich Farm, you just hear about nothing but the bad thing and unruly behavior and all these things. So now me kind of change the scope. Me kind of change it to say, all right, Nesbeth, look who's part me there. And of course, you know that a lot of people take it down a small mind part when they must say, oh, Nesbeth done labor right and so on and so forth. But again, if the people are used to something, you can't bash them because that's what they grew up on. They grew up thinking that JLP only have JLP things. They grew up thinking that PMP only have PMP things. But they never prepare for the cross trade. They never prepare. They never even stop to ask themselves that question. Oh, Mr. Andrew Oldness, whether upon the green side, we don't know your youth come from a predominant PMP area and him couldn't help but to seek that talent. They never sit down and realize something great in the making. It was a cross trade. It was a shift. It was a paradigm shift. It was more than the people could have even understand. So even when them attack me, make them talk because guess what? At the end of the day, and them me I do it for too. Because I never did it. I didn't do it for myself. I want the next youth can get up and say, hey, if Nesbeth can be a prime minister choice, I can be a prime minister choice. It doesn't necessarily mean music. You know, it can be in some other aspect of life. But just know, say, we are change the whole thing to say, when you hear about the inner city, you hear about dark and illiteracy, you hear about crime and violence. So I'm making my contribution to make that change. So I think that was more in my corner to do than to bury myself in sorrow. And I know my wife was on her dying bed, helping me promote the song. You know what I say? And I think I owe her that much. I owe my wife, I owe my kids, I owe my fans, I owe the people where always when nobody now look on Nesbeth, always have something good to say about Nesbeth and the journey. So again, as I said, I never did it for myself. Of course, I was the face, I was the person that walked the path, but I did not walk it by myself. I walked it with the guidance of the ancestors, and I did it for the people in general. You know what I say?
And you know, listening to you speak about your wife, you know, Anne Marie Elliott Nesbeth, may her soul rest in peace. She's featured in your in the video for your very first recording, So Let It Be, from 1993. I am sure with her passing, it was a great adjustment, because here it is, you know, had to step up to be daddy and mommy, and you know, we see you through your social media platforms taking on your parenting role hard and fast, from washing the hair to giving driving lessons. Talk to us about some of the challenging moments as a parent, having to deal with the children, having to deal with your hurts, having to deal with your pain, but you still have to be there for the ones who are in front of you in the moment.
Well, it was challenging and it's still challenging because I remember looking when my son and daughter break down, because time after time they break down when they remember their mom. I will sit down with them and I tell them, say, yo, listen, you know, say, both of us motherless. You don't have no mother, me not have no mother, you know. But guess what? We there and we have to work it out. We have to work it out. You know what I say? So after me zoom in on some things where, because I was like just the breadwinner, So when I go in the street, I spend hours upon hours to make two ends meet. And when I return, it's just enough to get some food or, just hold a vibe before bedtime. And then evening I'm asleep, I think about the next move in the morning because again, as I said, I never come see it, so I have to go look it. So, but everything changed because now I have to turn counselor, I have to turn mother, I have to turn friend, I have to turn so much. If me feel this out, it not start and stop yourself. Me have to walk with them. Me have to ending up make mistake with them to show them say, yo, this are the right path. Me see myself do some things not even in a wild thought, more that think I could have able to do it. But again, when you're put to the task, it's totally a different thing from when you sit down and imagine what if. So I was put to the task, and I think I managed it fairly well. I think I could do much more, but I'm not beating down myself. I think I have done exceptionally well.
Now, Nesbeth, looking on your journey, when you started, how you started, what you have experienced along the way, from seeing, mom and dad being incarcerated, staying with a friend, having different jobs, trying to make ends meet, connecting again with your mom, and just everything that has happened. Have you ever gotten an opportunity to take time out to actually celebrate Greg Nesbeth, celebrate your achievements, celebrate your accomplishments? Have you gotten a chance to just breathe and do that?
I'm gonna tell you this, cause me only tell you like my mother, my cousin, my aunt, cause me didn't ended up live all of Texas in a Arnett Garden. One of my brethren, in there in the state, Of course, I'm in New York City. So my friend in there in the state, I'm there at Philadelphia. And so it's much more places than that. But again, as we say, we just a cut and you say we are dealing. But the question is, if I get a chance to celebrate Greg Nesbeth, yes. And let me tell you how I celebrate Greg Nesbeth. You see, anytime me put a joy on people's face, it works wonders for me. My joy and happiness come through seeing somebody happy. My joy and happiness was never about, oh, let me keep the big party because I need this. Oh, let me buy 2 bottle of liquor this very because I need this. Oh, let me go buy myself one new car because I need this. No, man. My joy and happiness came from seeing people that I was able to make happy. And just the happiness for them face. You know, much time I help people and them come to me and say, why Nesbeth? I don't know. If I never you, my youth this. If I never you, my... That is how I celebrate me. Because if I wasn't in a position to do so, then there wouldn't be a celebration for a Nesbeth. You know what I say? So I
And I
celebrate
know
every tick of the clock, man. Through the joy and happy. Yeah.
At the beginning of the reasoning, you mentioned that when you think about your hardships, you had like a lot of questions. Looking at where you are today, would you say that hard times have made you a better man?
I can't say otherwise. Because under like a class with them, I put a question on the board and I say, what if you were to, you know, what if you were to walk the path of hard life? Or you were to walk the path of a smooth road? What would be so on and so forth? No. If I live that life and that life is what molded me to be who I am, I can't say otherwise. And me buck me to enough time. Sometimes I sit down and question myself if it ever work. Because me always, me have that divine love there for me youth them. And me think if me can't able to do something for them, me just feel like me lost the race. Me feel like me live my life. Me feel like me live my life in trying to find success. Not where success is. I think I live my life, the journey in trying
Mm-hmm.
to find success. So when I found success, I found success. I just have to, honor the people who believe in me. And my success
Mm-hmm.
after them. So I
Wow.
can't say otherwise. I think the struggle has molded me to be who I am. If I
And
didn't walk that path, I don't know what
mm-hmm.
else, who I would have become. But the fact that I am who I am as we speak, I have to just say bonify that part there. You
Mm-hmm.
see me I say?
Now, you have given us your latest release, Blood Letter, and very powerful and positive song with strong imagery in your music video. Share with us the significance of this project, because watching the video, I kind of get the feeling that it means a lot to you in terms of your presentation, how people view it, how people see it, and we see the effort and the quality. Tell us about Blood Letter.
Blood Letter is a song we put out there to help shape the world. Because the world is in a serious situation. The black race is in a serious situation. And until we realize that, then we will understand. So again, as I say, it's not all about singing a song about glamour, glitter, and all these things. You know, I encourage all of the artists and people I listen to do a song about your race, because the race is in problem. And based on the fact that the race is in problem, it trickle down to the common man. So it's a whole thing. We just really want to change how people view things. Say it loud and black and I'm proud. I realize that a lot of people are black, but they're not proud. And some man they bleach out them skin can tell you, say, oh, I did this because I did this and I did that because I did. And personally, I think it's low self-esteem. Because I think people who do so, them do so for acceptance. But
Mm-hmm.
that is the next story. You know what I say? So I not bash nobody, because at the end of the day, we want everybody to be a part of the team. We want everybody to see the importance of doing whatever is right, not just for yourself or your family and your friends, but do what is right for the black race. The black race
Mm-hmm.
is in a situation. So when you listen Blood Letter, it tells you more than when Nesbeth can able to sit down and tell you. When you watch Blood Letter, it says more than what Nesbeth could be able to sit down and tell you. Because now me I talk, hear the rhythm, the melody, everything synchronized, send a spiritual aspect. So if you really want a sense of direction, believe you me, you can tune in on Blood Letter, and it will definitely take you across and give
Mm-hmm.
you a better view on who we are, where we are, and what we are supposed to do in order to move forward.
Earlier, you briefly mentioned Team. Entertainment Soul is a company that you started with, I think, UK journalist Shanika Dobson. Tell us about your team and your core circle, the core group that's working with Nesbeth.
Well, the team is okay so far, and of course, we continue to put in
Mm.
before we take out, and we're doing our best to do what we can do in this tough and rough time. Of course, it's a challenging moment. It is a time where everybody head all over the place. And of course, we started off with the unfortunate situation where my road manager slash family, got shot and is currently in the hospital. So the team is up and alive, man. And of course, we stay focused in a rough time, yeah. And I try press gas, because again, we have the work to do, not for ourselves, but for people as well. Nobody there favor
Mm-hmm.
based on our knowledge of what life is. But for the time being here, we just want to make sure we do as much as we can possibly do to leave a mark, so that the generation to come can figure the puzzle out much easier. You know what I say?
I think, Nesbeth, in closing, anybody who heard your story today, they can attest to the fact that you have gone through so much, a lot of situations and circumstances that would undoubtedly break the ordinary man and woman. Your strength is absolutely commendable. Now, what message would you give to the person who think that they are not enough, to the person who think or who believe that life is too hard and they're at that brink, at that point of giving up?
First thing first, may I encourage everyone to find themselves. And Kshema, you see my songs are songs of hope. I specifically choose that road because I didn't want to be just a typical Rasta man. You know what I say? Because the typical Rasta man now, I go come tell them Haile Selassie and the doctrine of Haile Selassie. You know what I say? And say so on and so forth. But I realize that these people, before you can be able to teach these people, you have to make sure so the people them find themselves. Because everything where you have to teach them, I go over them head. And them I go think say the worst thing you say when sometimes you say the best thing to them. So I decided that, okay, my thing is to instill hope in the people. And for me, instill hope in it. For me, sing these songs to remind you, success story. I am a success story. My dream is to live my dream. And you continue to sing those songs. Then guess what? You will then, take on to the song and you will then give yourself hope. And through hope comes everything. The possibilities are endless. So I didn't just sing because more sing that way there. It's a mission me depend, and my mission is to instill hope in the people. So for the man who think less of himself, when you listen to Nesbeth's song, yo, we go through the grimiest of the grimiest. And guess what? We're fearless. We're fearless. You can't bring that to me and get me scared. We're fearless, but I am not careless. So there's a difference between fearless and being careless. So again, as I say, first thing first, there's no way you'll give a man a word of encouragement if that man do not know himself. Because you give a man a word of encouragement, him good at think you tell him something for harm him. So first thing first, you have to work on the fact that, there's a disconnection between a man and himself. So my songs is to merge the man with himself. And as soon as me merge the man with himself, then out of that comes greatness. So I would encourage everyone, just if you never listen to Nesbeth song, just go listen to Nesbeth songs then. Because me I tell you, there's a line or a word in it that can fix any puzzle where you have. Like the gun youth them right now, like all the youth them will shoot all my
Road manager.
I know say the ones them probably don't even know themselves. Trust me. So for me, I'll get up and say, yo, them boy they this and them boy they. You know what I say? They come like them don't know themselves. I urge the ones and ones who get up and feel like shooting people is a sport. Because that's when I see kind of play out like, robbing and killing and all these things. I think it becomes the number one sport in Jamaica, So everybody want party. And then I see this great division. Because Jamaica is divided. So, one set of people are mourning and the next set of people are living in fear. Because one set where walk and kill the people them, are living in fear because them know say people aren't to them. And them don't know when them are going to drop out. Them don't even know when them own a friend are going to double cross them. So them are living in fear while one set of people are mourning. So there's a disconnection. So me wouldn't even say that to the ones them will do that. I just know say them will find themselves and I hope soon or very soon them will find themselves. And then the ones who are listening right now will have a trouble finding his or herself. Believe you me, man. Just seek out some of Nesbeth songs them, man. It give more power than you could have ever think. And if you don't get enough power from it, seek and search for a number for Nesbeth or a link. Because more while I give one-on-one talk with ones and ones. I can't promise you. I'm never able to talk to everybody. But I do as much as I can possibly do because I know where I come from. A whole heap of misdeath experience me have, Me have experience and me never know, so me gonna live to see all tomorrow, you know. You see me, I say jungle people know what time is it. Inner city people know what time is it. Even the ones them really listen right now. As cool as the place may seem, them themselves don't even know them are live to see tomorrow. Not because them are go sick, but because it is very much eventful. And so anything can happen at any given time. So me I pray for the ones them with the gun. And not only pray, because ones and ones have to learn. Knowledge of strength and knowledge of power. And some of the ones them where I say, doing unlawful things, are gonna make them acquire certain wealth, and then through the wealth come happiness. Let me tell you something. Fool is the man who think earthly possession will bring you happiness. Fool is the man who think earthly possession will bring you happiness. Me know people were rich so till them fool. And ask me if them happy. No. So again, our key thing is to just find ourselves there, man. So
Wow.
and let me tell you this. I know bash no leaders, you know. But one thing me can tell the leaders, say, if you cannot deal with the situation the way in which it is supposed to deal with, seek help. Just like any youth in the inner city, if you are plagued with certain negative thing and you feel like the force will get the better hand of you, find somebody where you think positive for draw close to. Because there's somebody out there. You see me I say? But our country gone in a shambles. I'm not run left my country. I'm still a sing positive songs. I'm still a try uplift the ones and ones them. I still a make the youth them so nobody know so nobody no better than them. I still a make the youth them know say positive road can be acknowledged. Even though I know say, and you see the man of peace is at war with the man of war, you know. I say the man of war is at war with the man of peace, you know. And of course, I know say we not going to eradicate crime and violence, but believe you me, on my scale, where crime and violence there in Jamaica, I must say about 75%. And that really bad, that not good for you them.
No, not at all.
And the ones that
Nesbeth.
just to tell themselves to wake up, and everybody who think they need a word of encouragement. Kshema, I can tell you something, enough people are fool themselves, you know. Because you say if you want a calypso vibe, you can go online, go get that. You say if you want a reggae vibe, you can go there, go get that. If you want a dancehall vibe, whichever vibe. If you have a girl and she leave you in your heart, bro, you can Google that. You can YouTube that and it pop up. You understand? So you see a lot of the youths them where you see really take on the negative vibration, them can't even get up to come say that is the only thing them know. Because in this time and age, there's so many choices you are
At your fingertips.
at your fingertips.
Nesbeth, thank you so much. You are indeed a success story. Thank you so much for taking us with you. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. I wish you could see the messages that are coming through IRIE FM's WhatsApp line. This
I
one
feel
says,
them,
Nesbeth.
man. I feel them, man. Me then a cold New York, so them a make warm, you know.
This one says, Nesbeth, you are strong. We love you. T in Mansfield, Jamaica said that. This other person says, inspirational interview. Big up to Nesbeth. It's Dave from Fletcher's Land. This one says, wow, another inspirational overview, Queen Keisha. Humble, motivational man. I trust some youths heard and take some inspiration from Nesbeth's journey of survival. Thank you so much for this interview. People absolutely loving it. Thank you so much, Nesbeth, for keeping it real and authentic. Thank you so much for taking us with you on your journey from Board House to My Dream, a real and authentic success story. You're simply awesome. Bless up yourself, big up, and continue doing it.
Thank you very much for having me and support over the years. And you have to understand, and not just me and me alone make me strong. And the love and the support that I get from Uno help to make me the strong person that I am. So I would not take the credit for being strong, make it seem as if I am strong all by myself. And bless up my team, and you don't know, John, me get well soon, and you don't know, say, bless up my kids, them, endless love, and you don't know. Jamaica, them said Jamaica land we love. I think we need to shift that now and put Jamaica, Jamaicans. We need to start loving Jamaicans just like how we love the land. Shift the land get love now. Make we love Jamaicans and move forward. So my Instagram page and Nesbeth Reggae. Nesbeth Reggae. So Instagram page and Nesbeth Reggae. Facebook Nesbeth Reggae. You understand me I say? And you don't know, just go on Amazon, go on
check
go
out
on
all your
the music
platforms.
store, forget
Yes.
all of Nesbeth songs. Then you can't tell me say you search for a Nesbeth song and can't find it.
Impossible.
Again, my humblest respect to just about everyone, and I must say condolences to just about everyone in this tough time that lost a loved one. And my heart goes out to you. And in this tough and rough time, I ask just about everyone who can assist someone in some way, shape, or form. Assist them. Knock on your neighbor door. See if them eat from morning. See if them want something. See if you can assist them to the hospital. Whatever it is, just do it. Because I can tell you this, as long as life look, life short. Nesbeth said that. Bless it to myself. Jungle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nesbeth. That was Greg Nesbeth on your 107's Insider Easy Skanking. It was indeed a successful story on the road to success. Martha the Barber in Augusttown says, Nesbeth, you are a success story. Real youth. This other person says, real and positive youth. This one says, real youth, real inspirational.